What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? So UFC Seattle just wrapped up about 2 hours ago. I just gave this card some time to digest, get my thoughts together and gathered, and I'm going to be giving you my opinion on the card, walking through you how this fight went, how the night went down. Huh, that's weird. Okay. So starting with the first fight of the night, Alicia Tainara versus Bruno Brazil. If you're wondering why I'm having to keep my voice down, it's because I don't live by myself, okay? I got other people living here. This was an okay fight. It wasn't very good. It was, Tainara was able to use her grappling, get the takedowns, and was just very active on the feet, and that's just what got her the win. Bruna just didn't do enough. Very good kickboxer. She just could never seem to do enough during these fights. So it's just kind of a thing. She had a great spinning back kick to the throat of Tainara late in the third round, but just wasn't enough at the end of the day. So Tainara walks home with a unanimous decision. The next fight, this was an absolute banger. Ricky Simone. What the heck? Ricky Simone versus Adrian Yanez. Now this fight was declared a draw. I believe that was wrong. The first round was very close. I favored Yanez. And then second round, Simone had a stronger round, was able to get a takedown, landed some nice shots that had some consequence to them. And then the third round, Ricky came out, had a big punch against Yanez, but it just wasn't enough. And Yanez just absolutely took over throughout the rest of the round and I believe he got the job done, but they just didn't give it to him. They declared this bout a majority draw. Now I understand giving this fight to Simone, giving him the first and the second, but I don't know. Yanez won the fight in my opinion. Just was way more active on the feet, just couldn't really touch him. So it's just whatever. But yeah, Yanez has just got to get back on the train, I guess. I don't know. Next up, Navajo Sterling versus Bruno Lopez. I don't know why it keeps doing that. This was the first finish of the night. Now, I picked Navajo to win by decision. He got the job done by ground and pound. This fight should have been stopped way earlier. Herb Dean, it was Keith Peterson, was just giving Bruno Lopez every chance in the world, but Navajo was just too good for him. Bruno Lopez got a hold of his feet, got a hold of Navajo's leg early in the first round sometimes, but I don't know, Navajo just did good enough to stop it. This is my first breakdown, so I'm sorry if this isn't very technical. But yeah, good finish from Navajo. Got the job done. Second round, TKO. Next fight. Now this was a nasty knockout. Casey O'Neill versus Gabriela Fernandez. Now I picked Fernandez to win. I don't know why it's not loading. Okay, there we go. I picked Gabriela Fernandez to win. I thought Casey O'Neill was going to have ring rust. She did not. She looked amazing in this fight. It was an absolutely nasty knockout. It was reminiscent of the one we saw in Seattle last year against Bukauskas versus Cerqueira, where he just KO'd him against the fence and just made a bunch of different faces while he was getting KO'd. Casey O'Neill's back in a big way. Best performance of her career, in my opinion. Glad to see her back. Hopefully she can stay a little more active because she's pretty young. She's much improved. Next fight. This was really like the last boring fight of the card. It was just kind of a blobby heavyweight fight. It was just whatever. I did not care for this fight at all. I don't think anybody else really did either. It was a weird little mix up with the scorecards. That was weird. But yeah, Fortune, there's not much to say other than Fortune won the first, won the second, won the third, just by kind of outstriking him, getting to the clinch. Just not much to write home about in this fight. So, yeah. Next up, we have Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson. Now, I was actually one of the few who picked Lance Gibson. I feel like his grappling was good enough to keep Chase Hooper away and not let Chase Hooper get to his takedowns. Because to be honest, that has been Chase Hooper's kind of problem. His wrestling is not great. This man has generational jiu-jitsu, probably top 5 in the weight class. But when it comes to wrestling, the dude just cannot get anybody down, and his striking is very subpar. I mean, just because you outstruck Vyacheslav Borshev and you did okay against Jim Miller on the feet, just, I don't know. I feel like he was trusting his striking a little too much. I didn't think Lance Gibson was going to knock him out that early. I did pick him by a third round knockout. But yeah, Lance Gibson looked good. I'm still not 100% sold on him. I don't think he's going to be all that great, but he's definitely better than Chase Hooper. I don't really know where you go from here if you're Chase. I mean, you're pretty young, and you just do not have a great chin, so I don't know. Maybe you fight a bum next. We'll see. Next fight, I don't even want to talk about this fight because I'm going to just get angry. Great first round from Ignacio Bahamondes. I don't understand how somebody scored it for Tafik Musayev. I cannot wait until Musayev gets knocked out, dude. I do not like this guy. I hope he gets knocked out. Just a big cheater. Grab the cage to stop the knockout, and then headbutts him. He's grabbing his freaking gloves the whole fight. Just so annoying. But I don't think they should have won fight of the night. It did win fight of the night. If I'm being honest, I think the worthy fight of the night was either Yanez versus Simone or Adesanya versus Piper, which we'll get to later. But, I mean, it was a good fight overall. A very entertaining first round. The second round was good, but I don't know. I think Lahala is going to be back. Bahamondes is a great striker. He's got nothing to be ashamed of. He won that fight. He should have won that fight, in my opinion. Not much to say. Just got to get better. Alright, now we move to the main card. Terrence McKinney versus Kyle Nelson. Now this fight went... Hold on, let me refresh the page because it actually needs to be refreshed. What the heck? I need to go to That's it. I'm going to Tapology. I'm sorry. Alright. See, I went 6-6 on the card because that was a draw. I usually do better, but whatever. Yeah, Terrence McKinney versus Kyle Nelson. This fight went almost exactly how I thought it was going to go. There was two ways that this fight was going to happen. Either McKinney was going to knock him out early, which is what happened, or Kyle Nelson was going to be able to weather the storm, make it to the second round, and win by knockout. The first thing happened, so yeah, I really like Terrence McKinney. Super nice guy. I'm glad he won. I was cheering for him. I just thought Kyle Nelson was going to be able to weather the early storm. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good finish by Terrence McKinney. Killer be killed fighter. I'm surprised he didn't get a bonus, but yeah. Once again, I apologize. My breakdowns have been getting better, like for the cards, but my recaps. This is my first one, so I need to work on this. Moving on to next fight. Yusri Blaghari knocked out Mansour Abdulmalik. Now I picked Belgari by decision. He won by third round knockout. Sorry for breathing, I don't know. Hold on, This fight almost went exactly how I saw it going, except I didn't think Belgari was going to hurt him as much as he did. I just felt like Belgari had... Basically, this fight went exactly like the Bekoya fight, except this was an even better performance. He grappled better. He struck against his fighter better. Abdul Malik is still very athletic, but I mean, Belgari was just absolutely touching this dude. The height advantage. He didn't even have a reach advantage, but he's just nasty, man. This guy's nasty. He's really improved since his time on the Contender Series. Yeah. Mansour, he's still a good prospect. Just ran into an absolute killer tonight. And he's tough as nails, too. Mansour, dude, he took a beating tonight, and he was still trying to fight. So, yeah, he showed his heart, but, yeah. Yusri got the win. The fight played out exactly how I thought it would. Next fight, Larian Douglas versus Julian Erosa. Now I picked Erosa by first round submission. I got this one wrong. I was taking a chance betting on the UFC veteran to get a crafty submission, but Larian, this dude has got dynamite in his hands. Absolutely nasty. I mean, Melquizael Costa couldn't put out Julian Erosa. This dude was knocking him down with jabs. It felt like he had like 3 knockdowns in the fight. It was insane. Looking back, I obviously should have picked Douglas. This dude his record. He's definitely better than his record. I mean, 14-5 now. So, yeah, it's a great performance. This dude is somebody to look out for just because of his power. Yeah, not much to say. Sorry, this breakdown's not going to be so great. My nose, I don't feel great. Next fight, we had a double retirement bout. Michael Chiesa versus Nico Price. Now, this fight also went exactly how I picked first round submission. Now, this kind of felt like a fixed fight. I don't know why. It kind of felt like Nico kind of just gave up for some reason. It was really weird. But, yeah. Chiesa gets his hometown submission. Yeah, looked great. Good for him. You know, as much as I don't like him as a fighter, he does seem like a pretty chill dude. So, voice break. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Michael Chiesa, dude, going out great, dabbing up Jackson Smith and Jigba. Nico Price, man, he's retired. I kind of feel bad for him, but I don't know, he's not very good. So, now, we got to get to the next co-main event, the absolute highlight of the card, Alexa Grasso. Now, this fight was actually really good leading up to the knockout. They were both throwing pretty good. But Grasso just hit her with a pop pop. Just absolutely destroyed her with a right hand. It was nasty. One of the nastiest finishes I've ever seen. And this is probably, in my opinion, this is the nastiest finish I've ever seen from a woman. The only one I could really compare it to is Shevchenko versus Jessica Ai. But this was, I feel like this might have been even dirtier than that. I mean, knocked her down. She was out, and then she choked her out, put her into like a little mini coma. It was insane. 100% deserved the performance bonus. It was this might be the knockout of the year. I thought, yeah, just what a performance for Alexa Grasso. She really needed this one. She would have been on a 3-fight losing streak if she would have dropped this one. And ends a 7-fight win streak. Macy Barber, gotta feel for Macy. All the medical problems she's going through. Tonight was terrible. She had a seizure against Aaron Blanchfield. Got upkicked in her last fight. I feel for Macy Barber, but Alexa Grasso, reminding everybody, y'all must have forgot. There's a change. There was a reason. She's the only person to submit Shevchenko. Now we move to the main event. Joe Body Bags Pyfer gets it done by TKO. Yeah, this was an absolutely sick fight. I feel like this actually should have won fight of the night because these boys were throwing on the feet. I picked Adesanya by decision. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Adesanya is these last 3 fights, he's been looking great until he doesn't. Until he gets caught or until he gets dragged down in a submission or just gets absolutely pieced up. But yeah, Joe Pyfer is an absolute dog. It sounds like he's got a new mindset, being a born-again Christian. So good for him, man. It sounds like he has really turned a corner. And he's really, really coming into his own as a fighter. His chin is looking pretty good too. He ate an absolute nasty knee from Adesanya. Yeah, I mean, Joe Pyfer, I don't know if this really deserves performance of the night. I think it deserved fight of the night. But yeah, super well-rounded. If I'm playing matchmaker, I would love to see Joe Pyfer versus Caio Borralho next, in my opinion. Adesanya, I don't know about him. Just retire, I guess. I don't know. Well, that's going to do it for my recap. I promise you this one sucked because this was kind of unprepared. It's kind of just flying off the dome. So I promise you these will get better. Like my breakdowns have already been getting better. So, yeah. This was an amazing card. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. I take that back, not 10 out of 10, because some of the fights were like, meh. But this is the card of the year so far. My picks for Moicano versus Duncan are going to be coming out sometime next week. Monday, Tuesday, more than likely. So stay tuned for that. And, yeah. We'll see you next prediction video, I guess. And then April 4th, I'll do my recap. Yeah, what you guys can expect from me is a recap and a breakdown every single week. That's what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next video. Hopefully somebody starts watching these other than me. Let's go. Bye.